Pancho, Panchito, tú eres mi amorcito. Ay, Pancho, Panchito, tú eres mi amorcito. Ay, Pancho, ay, Pancho.
Warning, the following videos aren't intended to hurt and or bully anyone. It's solely my job in salvation to report on what's going on with the YouTube community and give my opinion because my opinion matters. Sorry about that. Weenie Hut Jr. discretion is advised. So Catherine responded to all the claims that Austin was saying about Virgin Mary, why she took so long. This is what she had to say.
Oh, I never said that, but I will say that everyone who knows me in my life, like everyone who knows me personally, knows how deeply connected I am to Mother Mary. I even have a necklace, like I always wear her on my neck. And I even have a statue of her in front of my house for protection. But I will say, like, I just feel like since we're all one, you know, like we're all connected, she's within all of us and you can connect to her at any time. And yeah, I just feel like that's such a deep thing that like I carry with me in my life, and I'm so connected to her. And yeah, I feel like that's probably why he said it. But yeah, I never said that. To be honest, I was expecting it. I've been expecting that kind of reaction for many years, which is why it took me so long to put this out. I think that I was like preparing myself and gaining strength to tell my story and to share it with you guys. And I hope that you guys also get to share your stories, because you know, our stories deserve to be told, and holding something inside of you for so long, like eventually everything comes to light. And yeah, I hope that you guys read the whole book. I'm so excited for you guys to read it. I love you so much. Makes me so sad that you've been through some of the things. I am honestly feeling so good, like so good. I didn't sleep well last night. I just had a lot on my mind, and there's a lot of things in my life just generally. But today I just felt so good, so strong, and so just grounded within, centered within myself. And I'm so excited for this new journey that I'm on. I'm going to be doing some really, really fun things this coming week. You guys will see, because I was pregnant with 2 children. That's why. So I would say when you're patient, like when you're truly patient and you don't do anything impulsive, that's when the clarity comes. And then when the clarity comes and you start to see things for what it is, then that's when you get the strength and the courage to move forward. I love these kind of questions, and that's why I love to answer them. But yes, my connection and my relationship to Jesus Christ has shifted and gotten stronger over the last couple of years. I think you guys have noticed, because I post a lot about it, just Christ and in general. And about a year and a half ago, I had posted, Jesus is my savior. And I feel like my whole life changed after I said those words to myself. Like I kept saying it to myself. And sometimes I feel like that's all it takes. You know, you just got to say it. But I do have a lot of respect for all faiths and all ascended masters and deities. And I think that that's what it's all about. It's not having judgment and not being judging of others, and acceptable for who they are and their beliefs and their faith. But yeah, my connection to Jesus is the strongest. Like that is my savior. Yes, it did bother me, and I felt really hurt, because a lot of the things he said were completely fabricated. But however, I still love him. And even in the book, like I wrote so many beautiful things, and you guys will see. And I also did this, I call him my greatest teacher, which I do truly still believe that. I actually told him that today in a text when we were texting earlier. But yeah, I just want people to love both of us. I just want to tell my story. Like I just want to free myself from, you know, the last 6-7 years of my life and things that I haven't shared. And I'm just excited for this new part of my life. And yeah, I hope that, you know, like he gets all the love, and I care about him truly. And I like, but at the end of the day, it's like those things were fabricated, and it does still hurt. So yeah. So like a couple years ago, we did this photo shoot. It was for a campaign, and we wore mermaid fins in Hawaii. And I think that's what he was talking about. But you guys know Austin, he literally wears like dresses and wigs and like dresses like an old woman. Like, I don't know, like just like what, like costumes? I don't know.
So then Catherine's boyfriend Igor actually exposed Austin McBroom a lot more. He had this to say. So Catherine's boyfriend Igor exposed Austin McBroom and he said, final no. Another important detail he left out of his videos that both his mother and grandmother have also taken agua fresca. He supported, or at least appeared to support, Catherine's participation as well, since the children stayed with him on the night she attended retreats and ceremonies. In reality, he only brought this up now in a negative way, seemingly out of anger and to shift the focus of the situation at hand. No ceremony ever took place with children present, and if you watch the video carefully, he never actually says that it did. And to add on, Catherine, the mermaid Dolores, had this to say about Austin McBroom.
A year and a half ago to 2 years ago, this was around the time that we were separating and planning, like, you know, the next journey of our lives, you know, separating and making these really big decisions and this really big move. And when we were discussing like us sharing it with you guys, I had mentioned that I really wanted to do a statement. And I thought that, you know, maybe we could do a statement together. And he said, no, I really want to make a video. Like, I want to make a video. And I told him, I don't want to be in a video. And internally, I didn't want to sit side by side with someone that I didn't feel like was going to actually be true, because he wasn't even being honest with me and within our relationship. So I knew for sure he wasn't going to do it on camera. And so I didn't want to be in the video. And so he said, I'll make a video and then you let me know if you like it. And I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I said, you know, I'll watch your video, like make your video. I'd love to watch it. And I was actually curious on what he would say. And so I watched it and I just didn't feel like it was being sincere. Just genuinely wasn't feeling like sincere, like he was being sincere. And so I told him that and he recorded me. I didn't know he recorded me. And now in hindsight, when I look back, it's all making sense. It's almost like a tactic, you know, like calculated. Like he knew the video wasn't gonna ever be posted and he kept it in his phone, like for like a rainy day or something. Maybe he thought eventually maybe I'd like speak up and like share my story. I don't know, but it just feels like that, like it's all obvious, you know, and it just sucks that I have to even address that because he went so far. And like I understand like there's anger because I wanted to tell my story and just share like a memoir but yeah, a lot of that is very like false and like people, I guess that's how that's.
So make sure to comment down below, what do you guys think of the whole situation? And then this girl who exposed Austin came forward to reveal she wasn't the girl on the basketball court. She had this to say about Austin.
My heart goes out to Catherine. I can imagine what it must be to go through something like this so publicly and to relive it over again, writing a book and now through comments, I'm sure. She deserves nothing but healing and peace from this entire situation. So I do want to clear some things up, especially one major thing that I'm being brought into that I wasn't a part of. I was not the girl at the Staples event that she speaks about in the book. I'm tagged in this video and I've come to find out through my tags that it's actually a girl named Avalon. I don't want to butcher her last name, but come to find out I think she was there with someone else and actually has nothing to do with Austin. But I can see why people would think that because just the way she is in the video. So don't send hate towards her because she has nothing to do with him, and don't assume it was me. It wasn't me at that event. Doesn't discount my situation. That was not me. Now, let me explain what actually happened back in 2021 between him and I, because I feel like the story was very rushed at the time and details got misconstrued and I never really fully addressed them. But I need you to know that I truly have regret in my heart. So I was messaged by Austin through the Bananas Monkey Instagram account, which was a brand of his. I was offered a brand collab or PR package. I have screenshots probably back on my 2021 videos, but I didn't want to construct a whole doc for this. I just wanted to clarify. So that's how it started. I had even told friends, like, I think I'm just picking something up. Like, am I knocking on the door and like just grabbing a PR package? Like, I don't know what's gonna go down. I was not trying to date this man. So I'm not gonna go into the entire story again, but things got weird pretty fast. I was told a lot of things that weren't true. I was offered brand deals like aloe. You know, I was told that him and her were separated and just continued to make content for the kids and the viewers and just all that the situation was. I genuinely wish I had a fresher memory on the story now, but this was 4 years ago, so that I could tell you, you know, things that were said like word for word. And I'm gonna be honest, as I obviously take full accountability for what happened, I was very vulnerable at the time. I mean, no excuses, just background, but I was fresh out of a 5-year long relationship. You know, I had never dated in my 20s to be lied to a man like that. Like, I know that sounds dumb, but, you know, I was new to the LA scene. I was new to, you know, gaining followers. I can look back now and obviously see how dumb I look for believing a man so easily. Obviously, no one forced me. I take full accountability and responsibility for, you know, the choice I made. Like, I should have left when things felt off, and I didn't. This is something that I've even worked on in therapy since then. Nobody cares, I know. You know, just that feeling of freezing when you don't really want something to happen, but you do it anyways, and then you're just, you know, left holding that. And that's not me accusing him of anything predatory or weird. That's just my unpacking my own stuff. You know, it wasn't until after it had happened that I was told that this is kind of a pattern of his, that, you know, he uses the business angle to, you know, mislead girls. I genuinely felt sick about that. That's not ever how I wanted to show up to the world. This was all 4 years ago, and I've grown tremendously since then. I've faced the karma. You have no idea. I've worked very hard to, you know, move past it and do better for myself. People in my life can vouch for that. I'm not asking to be liked or be forgiven. You know, I don't post very much anymore for a reason. As you can see, my last TikTok was like 6 months ago. Also, for the record, my situation with him was a very brief amount of time, like 2 weeks. And unfortunately, there are many girls, and I'm not the only one. So every story you hear is not about me, especially the Staples Center situation. The person who owed loyalty was him. He didn't deserve Catherine. I've worked very hard to move past the situation, so this will be the last thing I say about it. I'm not trying to rehash the past. I just wanted to clarify some things that have been twisted. I moved past the situation. I hope that others can too. I did a bad thing, but I'm not a bad person.